Anything is possible, possibilities. People wish, manifest reality. Anything is possible, oh wash, oh wow.
Hey everybody, this is Empress Divinity with a quick video. And before I start this video, I want to say something because this is like kind of a question people tend to ask me. I am a proponent. I believe and I stand up for, first of all, facts, things that are shown in life, things that, are undeniable with the human eye, with the human spirit. Second of all, I do believe in a power greater than myself. So whatever that power reveals to me, that's what I stand up for, and I'm not letting go until I see facts that is not factual and that is not, based in life. Reality is not working for me, and it's a form of insanity. So with that being said, I'm not a proponent of any religion. I'm not a proponent of any book. I'm not a proponent of any doctrine. I'm a proponent of what I study and what is revealed to me. There is a part in the Wiccan understanding, which I am a high priestess in Wicca, that basically says that if you're looking for magic, you have to look for magic everywhere around you. And the way that I take that and internalize that is, I believe that my creator could speak to me any way that they choose to. So I'm always looking for my creator to reveal things to me in any way. That means I could pick up the Bible. That means I could pick up the Quran. That means I could pick up the motherfucking Cat in the Hat. And if my creator has a message for me, then I can find it. So this is not biased, what I'm talking about here, because it serves no purpose to what it is that, I practice or study in my daily life, or that I even endorse for others. Like, I endorse for people to form a connection with a power greater than their self, that is undoubtful to yourself, so that it cannot be shaken by the first man, first woman, first new religion, first thing that comes out. So with all that being said, let's get into why I'm making this video. There is a meme floating around, where it's a Google and holy means Helios. And it's saying like Holy Bible comes from the Greek word helios, biblios, which means sun book. Helios equals sun, biblos equals book. So Bible does not mean basic instructions before leaving earth, which is not what Bible ever meant. The language of the Bible has got many into believing Jesus is the Son of God, when the truth is referring to the Son. Now, let me say something. Some words in the Hebrew and the Paleo Hebrew, because Hebrew has gone through changes itself, just like we see in our modern language. Like, if you talk to one generation and you say tablet, they're going to think of a notepad. If you talk to former generations, that's kind of, you say tablet, we're going to think of an electronic device. And just like Arabic, there are many words with Arabic that do not exist in, Latin, in English, in Greek. So you have a people who this religion does not belong to, this book did not belong to, the language or culture did not belong to. You have a people who did worship the sun. You have a people who were polytheistic and did not believe in the concept of monotheism, trying to, do their best to, explain a book in a language and the pre-language of this book, because Hebrew has Paleo Hebrew, which is an ancient form of Hebrew, which, the concept and words don't exist. So they did their best to, bring the book with the words and the best understanding they had, which means there are flaws and it's not always correct. So with that being said, that's just the Greeks, okay? The Greeks could not capture what the Paleo Hebrews meant. The Greeks could not even capture what the Hebrews at the time meant. Then you have the Romans who put their hands on the book in order to turn the book to what we most commonly known it used today, to govern and to, basically hold power over people using spirituality as a weapon. And the reason I'm making this is because people will take little snippets of information and use that to try to debunk a whole situation. I want you guys, if you ever learn anything from me at all, get to yourself, get into yourself, get away from people. Stop just believing what anybody has to say because it sounds good, and really seek out a higher power of your understanding. It don't need to be my higher power. It don't need to be the next person higher power. It don't need to be a mama higher power. You need to have a firm understanding in your spirituality, the base of your spirituality, the foundation of your spirituality that cannot be shook. You need to know a high power that when you was sick and everybody was counting you out, you was healed. You need to know a high power that when you was homeless and you was sitting there and no way was about to be made, that high power is what made that way, in whichever way that you understand it. Because the truth of the matter is, if you're trying to find something that is created by humans, used by humans, that has no human error in it, you're going to be chasing your tail in a circle, and you're going to be what I call a smart ass, dumb ass individual. Because you're going to think you know all this shit, and at the end of the day, you ain't going to know nothing, because you're cutting yourself off from having any understanding, anything. Everything is a tool that you can use, and if you have a higher power, it can be aligned to be a tool of your understanding. You can take the meat and throw bones away. I'm telling you, you have to consider where a lot of people would have been if they was always focusing on human error. Where would people have been if they didn't want to listen to Martin Luther King because he was a womanizer and he couldn't keep his dick in his pants? Where would people be if, you know, they just was always looking for human error and everything? So you have to be on two levels. You have to know your history and your facts. You have to know where the human error exists. You have to know how things was used wickedly in order to bypass the snares and the pits that was set for you in your quest of understanding and realization. But you also have to have a firm foundation with a power greater than yourself in order to be able to pick up anything and be able to turn it into a tool that you can use in your walk, in your journey, and navigating the bullshit of this life in a positive manner. So that's all I had to say for this video.